So two of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett and his partner, Charlie Munger. Warren Buffett's worth $100 billion. Charlie Munger is a multi-billionaire. He's given a lot away though, so he's not as rich as Warren. But they're two of probably like the Mount Rushmore of investors, the greatest investors of all time. And it's been this duo. They've been investing together for 60 years. And actually, if you go back to the 1960s and 70s, there was a third member of this group. This guy named Rick Guerin. And Warren, Rick, and Charlie used to be this investing trio. And they used to make investments together and interview CEOs together. And Rick Guerin kind of disappeared off the face of the planet. He was still around. If you looked, like you could still find him. But I was wondering, like, why did Warren and Charlie become household names and no one's ever heard of Rick Guerin? And I heard someone tell a story that they heard from Warren Buffett about what happened to Rick Guerin, which is back in the 1970s, he had borrowed a ton of money to invest. He was going into debt so he could buy stocks. It's called margin debt, leverage. And during a bear market in the 1970s, when the stock market fell a lot, he got wiped out. Because when you borrow a lot of money, if the stock market goes down 30, 40, 50%, you're done. You're completely out. And Warren told the story that he said, Rick was just as smart as he and Charlie were. He was just as talented as an investor. But he said, Warren and Charlie always knew that they would get rich, so they were not in a hurry. And he said Rick was just kind of in a hurry to get there. So he wanted to borrow money to speed up the process, and it blew up in his face. And that I thought was really interesting, that the people Warren is one of the richest men in human history, and he was not in a hurry at all. He said he knew it was going to happen. There was no rush. I thought that was a really interesting thing, that a lot of times when people try to speed up the process above its natural rate of growth, it's just going to backfire on you.